Last week in North London, a bronze monument was unveiled to honour a legendary manager.
Arsenal fans have wanted some kind of recognition for Arsène Wenger at the stadium that, of course, he effectively built. He was the driving force behind that move from Highbury to Emirates Stadium. He's the longest serving manager in the history of the club. Arsenal have always tried to remember the great managers and the great players. You've got Herbert Chapman, you've got Dennis Bergkamp, you've got Thierry Henry, but Arsène Wenger certainly deserves this. Mikel's got a long way to go before he can replicate Arsène Wenger's achievements as a manager. He was a very popular player when he was at Arsenal. He was the captain, and he's come back to the club as one of the world's most promising young coaches, and he has thrown his heart and soul into reviving Arsenal's fortunes. I think if he can bring a Premier League title or multiple titles, maybe that elusive Champions League, then he will go down in history as one of Arsenal's greatest servants. If he can do that, one day he might get his own statue.
Despite a late collapse last season, Mikel Arteta's Arsenal became a Premier League force, leading the league for 33 weeks.
I think that last season was pretty special from an Arsenal point of view. Mikel Arteta had been building brick by brick over the previous couple of seasons towards creating this side that played fast, fluid, interchangeable football. And it came together through coaching, through improving the players that he had at his disposal, and then, of course, through recruitment of star individuals like Gabriel Jesus and Alexander Zinchenko. I don't think there's any shame in Arsenal coming second to Manchester City, but towards the end of the season, it was down to squad depth. They got to that final furlong and they ran out of gas. And I think ultimately that's what cost Arsenal. But they're trying to do something about that by adding depth this summer.
Arsenal have invested £200 million this summer on Chelsea's Kai Havertz, Dutch fullback Jurrien Timber, and midfielder Declan Rice, now England's most expensive ever player.
Never in recent history have Arsenal been able to go out for a top-class player, a player that everybody wanted, like Declan Rice, and get him. Look, Arsenal is a very attractive club. It's a glamorous London club. It's got a huge fan base. It's a global club. The one thing that's been missing has been the ambition to go and challenge for a Premier League title or to go deep in the Champions League. That's why the top-tier players at their peak haven't been on their radar. Now Arsenal are playing in that arena. They've got a manager that players want to work with, playing a brand of football that's exciting and attacking in a stadium where everyone's fully engaged for the first time in many, many years. Look, if I was a player playing at the top end of my game anywhere in Europe at the moment, I'd be interested in joining Arsenal, and I think they're finding that.
Arsenal's owner, American businessman Stan Kroenke, has built a sports empire with plenty of recent success. But it hasn't always been so positive on this side of the Atlantic.
The ownership faced a really difficult situation a few years ago with the proposed Super League and that collapsing, and the fans really did turn against them at that point. And I think it shocked the Kroenke family, I really do, and I think they were provoked into acting and showing the fans that they really do care about Arsenal and they really want to make it a successful club and to bring silverware. Obviously, they've had success in other sports, and I think that has maybe persuaded Arsenal fans that these are good owners. These are owners that are associated with winning teams, winning cultures. Now it's Arsenal's turn maybe to really focus on and to back the manager and to get this exciting team to the very next level.
Manchester City were too strong when it mattered last season. But this weekend, Arteta's new-look Arsenal can make a statement.
I think it would do Arsenal's players a lot of confidence to beat Manchester City, because this is a team that they've got an abysmal record against. Mikel Arteta has come off second best against Pep Guardiola over and over and over again, and I think that he's sick of it. And I think that he would really, really like to win this match, to claim a piece of silverware, and to just lay down that marker that, yeah, you beat us last year, you're a great team, but this is our year. We are not going anywhere. This Arsenal team are going to really push you every step of the way. So I expect it to be very competitive, but Arsenal will be incentivised to win it, make no mistake, because City inflicted a lot of pain and a lot of hurt on these players last season, and they will want to get an element of revenge. Full revenge maybe comes next May.